Good morning, everybody. It's Kody from Ride to Recover. It's a wet morning out here. What's been going on? So, what's everybody's take on this whole? Um, Matter of fact, we're not even going to talk about that this morning. It's too sensitive of a subject. What's the deal with everybody, man? You know, heavy as the crown. That's a good saying. That's a saying that I like to use when it comes to recovery. Because with being in recovery comes a heavy weight that not a lot of people can see, especially from the outside looking in. But I can steadily vouch for it because it does. It is a heavy weight. It does sometimes become seem like a burden, but that in that case it's really not because it does better your life. It because your life does just your whole way of living changes in that sense. But it does take time to get to that point. And before you get to that point, you will go through a rocky fucking road. I promise you, it sucks. But in the end, it does pay off. It might not be as fast as somebody wants it to be. It might not be as, glamorous as it may seem, as fun as the getting high times was. But one, you'll be in control of your life again. Two, you'll be able to feel emotions again after a little while. And three, I'm just gonna get three off the head. Like, and the third one, there'll be no more larceny within you. Like, unless that's deeply embedded in you as a human, as a person, then maybe I'm wrong. But with me, a lot of things changed as I began to trek into my journey of sobriety. And when at the beginning of it, you know, it was the most difficult thing I've ever done. I was tripping over my own shoelaces type shit, but now that I've gotten further and further and further into it, I've learned more and more about myself, and I've learned to love myself the way I love getting high. It's a saying I'll forever stand by. As the time went on and time goes on, you start to learn more and more about yourself because all the years that you were in the struggle within your youth years, you tend to forget who you are. You forget to tend what you were about and become this other person, this totally different, a monster in a sense. And as you start to learn more and more about yourself, you start to learn to love yourself again. And when you learn to love yourself again, that's when it all starts to come together. Because you can't do nothing for anybody when you're down bad like that. You can't be a good father. You can't be a good brother. You can't be a good sister. You can't be a good anything for that matter. When you're fucked up, you're fucked up. That's all there is to it. And as the time goes into it, as the more and more you get under your belt of being, into your recovery of being clean, I really don't even like that word clean. I don't like using it. It's your recovery. It's something you should be proud of, not something that you should look at as like a forced upon thing. But the more and more time as you go into your recovery, like I said, the more you'll learn about yourself. It's like opening a book you never read and getting about past page 100. The first 100 pages is always like, what the. Once you get up into it, it just starts. It's like it just keeps flipping, it keeps going. You keep learning more and more about yourself, what you like doing, the foods that you like when you're struggling. Ain't nobody trying to eat no food, and that's just the reality of it. What the clothes you like. What like me. I learned everything about myself because I've been an addict since I was so young, since I was a teenager, that I didn't know who I was. And as time progressed, I learned more and more and more. I've learned that I've always known that I'm good at working on things, but I've learned that I'm very good with my hands. Like my hands are my money makers. Like they do everything for me. Luckily, I've been blessed enough to have a few trades that I'm really good at. So like you learn a lot about yourself, and that's what the point of this one was, man. I wanted everybody to realize that who you were when you were in active addiction does not define who you are as somebody in active recovery. We may not see it that way. A lot of people may not see it that way, but I can vouch as a recovering addict. I'm only 6 years deep into this shit. Like, it's true. It really is. You learn exactly all the things that you never knew about yourself. Again, the saying that I stand by wholeheartedly, you have to learn to love yourself the way you love getting high. When you learn to do that, there's a door that opens that you tear that motherfucker off the hinges and you just keep it open. That's all there is to it. Like, and more and more as time progresses within my recovery, like I said, the more I've learned, but the more I've learned, and I realize that you don't get that time back, man. There's no time that's behind you that you're ever going to be able to rope back in for yourself. Remember that. The only thing you can do is look forward. You know, another saying that I stand by again is that they made the rear view smaller than the windshield for a reason, or the windshield bigger than the rear view mirror for a reason. I ripped that fucking rear view off. I just look forward, man. Is anything behind me? We don't have a time machine. We can't go back in time. One thing we can do from the past time, the past interactions that we've had, is learn from them. If you ain't learn from them, then what the hell is the point of it all? Listen, to anybody who does hop on this channel, man, and look and check me out, I'm a small content creator out of Virginia. I haven't got on here much because I've been busy with a new job, but I'm trying to be able to make my voice heard, to be able to help people, to be able to let everybody that's struggling with addiction know that it is okay. It will be okay. You just have to make that first fucking step in the right direction. And once you make that first step, man, it just comes suit, especially if you're determined. Like when I did it, there was nothing that could turn me back. Granted, when I made that choice, I was incarcerated. But I'm out here now, and I'm still continuing on the choice that I made while I was incarcerated. So remember, it's always a choice. You're never forced to do what you want to do. You may think that you're, a slave to a drug, whatever the case is, but you're not. There, you have a choice. And you're making a choice to continue what you're doing, and there's repercussions to every negative action that you commit. So think about that, man. Think about that before you fuck around and get locked up and get the time taken from your children, your family, your loved ones. Because ain't nobody, they didn't take that time from you, man. No state, no county, none of that took my time from me. I gave that shit away. Because you know damn well what you're doing when you're doing it. You ain't supposed to be doing it. Like I said, there's a consequence to every action that you have. So next time you go talking around with your homeboys and your friends, whoever, and you say, man, the state took this and that from you, whatever, man, think about that. They ain't take shit from you. You gave that shit away. But I wanted to hop on here, man. Again, like I said, I'm a small content creator out of Virginia. Please hit the like button, man. Share, subscribe, watch some of the videos. This is all about, the life of a recovering addict. I was addicted to heroin for almost 15 years, along with up in between all then. So, I had a very rough bout, a very rough life. And all that is finally chiseled me into the man that I've become today, the father that I've become, and I'm proud of that shit. So, if I can do it, anybody can do it, man. Trust and believe that shit is so true, man, for real. But go check the page out, man. Hit the like button. Please, there's 4 people in there right now. It's 5. Hit the like button, man. Help me move up the algorithm a little bit to where my face and my voice can get out there a little bit more than it already is. Again, man, this is Kody from Ride to Recover. Thank you, guys. I'm about to head out the door to work. If I can do this shit, anybody can do it. Thank you.